Good morning, this is Brian Schumann coming to you from Transwest Truck, Trailer, and RV in Belton, Missouri, just a stone's throw south of Kansas City. Today I'm showing you the 2026 Tiffin Wayfarer 25 XLW. That's an XLW model. There's 3 different models that are here that the Tiffin makes, and I wanted to highlight this XLW because it's got the most storage of any Wayfarer on the market. See what I mean by that. I'm going to show you exactly what you can do with this coach. Full body paint, slide topper on this side. You can see you have a gutter that runs along the top, so when the water's raining, you're not going to get soaked. It's not going to come dripping down into your coach. And I'll put the slide out when we get inside there. This is on the 3500 chassis, so you have a 5,000 pound towing capacity. And I like the windswept aerodynamic view and feel of the Wayfarer. It really does a nice job in the wind and very efficient. They rate these engines between 15 and 18 miles a gallon. So if you're looking for an efficient RV, this is certainly one of them to consider, especially on a 25-foot floor plan. Something else I want to point out is you can see this rubber area that's gridded on the side here. Great place to step and reach up and grab your hood so you can clean your windshield. So it makes it very, very easy to clean your windshield. In addition, you have a diamond shield cover right here that's going to protect you from the bugs and yuck on the road. One of the things about the 25 XLW and all the Wayfarers is the way they align the chassis. And what I want you to show you is this. If you look from the coach front on, you're going to notice how in most dually pickups, the rear wheels are wider than the front wheels. If you look right down the front of this wheel, that rear outside wheel is in line with this front wheel. Now, why is that important? Well, think about it. If you're coming up to a curb, are you on this side or that side? I'm not going to catch an outside tire because if I don't hit the curb with this, I'm not going to hit it with my outside dually. So they just reverse the dual so you get the stability and the traction and the comfort of the ride, but you also have the ability to get really close to something like a curb or whatnot when you're camping or going into a campground. Okay? Diesel, 3.2 liter, 323 pounds of torque, LED lights, Mercedes chassis, all the Mercedes-Benz attributes you'd like in a coach. As we come back around, you can see I got the awning out. They have speakers on the awning, so you can kind of get jiggy with it out here if you want to. Armless awnings, which is nice. It is a wind-censored awning. You have an LED light up there, but you have a nice little LED light all the way along here. And you can see how we end up covering almost the entire length of the coach with the awning. Outside TV, dual pane windows, and you've got some storage down below. Which is always a commodity on a Class C. A lot of people, when they downsize, they forget that you don't have near as much storage as you do in a Class A. So it's similar to a Super C from that standpoint. And what I love about the LW is this, and I'm just going to take a minute and open up both of these. So what you see is a cavernous area that, for our purposes, I want to show you this. You've got an opening of 34 inches by 25. Okay, that's just the opening. You obviously have more space inside. What's neat about this is you can fit like 29-inch mountain bikes in here, tip to tail with the tires on. The wheels turn. And I say that as a point of reference if any of you cyclists are out there, whether they're e-bikes or not, but the mountain bikes will fit in here, as well as road bikes or gravel bikes, anything you want. What they did this year is they put an outlet in here. They've got this area here where you can attach things to if you had a bungee cord or whatnot. And you can see on the other side, you can see where there's those brackets. Right here, that slide along, and you can hang a bike on here if you wanted to, or tools or whatever. So these can just be moved all along there. You can buy extra ones if you want to attach things to your bike or kayak or apparatus, whatever you want. Here's your 30 amp cord, and this year they also added this little kind of a toolbox expandable storage area, which I think is pretty ingenious, and it really doesn't impede the storage capacity of this LW. Now while we're here, take a mental note of this table and this pedestal and those two tables right there. I'll get to those inside in just a minute when I go inside, but I want you to see the space and how big it is. And even the floor of it is a rubberized kind of diamond shield that makes it very, very easy to clean. So you could hose this out if you wanted to. And you still have your hitch, 5,000 pound hitch with a 7-hole plug. So if you needed more storage, remember you could get those accessories where you have those boxes that you can put in your receiver hitch, and therefore bring along a storage container, cooler, or there's a disconnect LP juncture on this side that you can hook up your outside grill if you wanted to with LP gas. Rear backup camera, again, all fiberglass, LED lights, full body paint, just like their Tiffin line of Class A coaches. Out here, you have your water bay, very neatly organized, labeled, very simple, green, blue, red, white. Hose, city water, hook up to city water, water pump, and you can change your filters. So if you have a need for having more filtered water, you can put any kind of filter you want in there. Down below, you have your water bay. Your sewer hose goes into here, and your tanks are right there, and your pulls. And your outside smart hookup for your 30 amp. This is new, so it's a really kind of a sure lock system that goes in there, so you're not going to pull it out or, you know, not have a true connection. Then you've got your inverter, your LP tank, and your Flex Power 4000E gas generator that's running right now. So you do have some storage, you do have access, you've got the slide topper, you got the gutter, and that's locked. Your fuel tank's right here, that opens up. You see your exhaust to your generators right there. And you've got side cameras on both mirrors for directional. And I'll show you inside where you have all the lane assist, adaptive cruise, collision avoidance systems, all those kinds of things that are standard on the Mercedes chassis. Let's come inside and I'll show you what it looks like on the inside. So come on inside. And as we look at this XLW, you've got the Tiffin quality of ultra leather seats. And starting up the front here, I'll show you a couple things. We've got, first of all, these leather seats that are able to be turned around completely, as you can see. They're all power. This even extends if you have the long legs. You don't want to have your legs standing there. But think about that pedestal and table I showed you in the back storage area. That pedestal will go here, the table can go here. These could turn around, and if we wanted to pull over quickly and just have a meal or play cards or just relax without putting the slides out, we could do that. And you could also put the table out and put the slide out and have that much more table space. But that's what that pedestal and that table went right here. And then, like I said, the chair will turn around all the way, okay? When you're up here, you can see you've got memory seats, and all those Mercedes are all power. So again, by you moving these levers back, forward, up and down, twisting them here, you can get this as comfortable as you want. They're heated seats also, so very, very comfortable. Mercedes, I joke about, has got lots of cup holders, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 in each door. So again, there's no reason for you to go on a trip and be thirsty in a Mercedes Wayfarer model. Smart wheel, everything's on the wheel that you're going to want in terms of settings, your speed control, adaptive cruise, and everything on the right side you can do on the dash either with your hands swinging or swishing or doing it right here. But just to show you, for example, we got the navigation on here. If you had a phone, you can set up your phone, radio, different media devices. If you want to hook up Bluetooth or your own personal device, you're welcome to do that. Information on the coach, consumption, owner's manual, engine, whatever you need. Then you have different apps, Apple CarPlay, things that you want to do to make this, again, customized to your settings. And then settings, going through your quick assist, assistance lane keeping assist, attention assist, active brake assist, ideas on the vehicle, lights, and your systems. All this can be displayed, and you can customize it as you want. Very, very simple to operate. Volume, your heat is right here for increasing the heat, decreasing the heat, or your fan. And again, you've got your defroster, your emergency brake, your hazards, and your rear defrost, and your circulation button to get that to where everything would work. And you can circulate the air to cool it down faster or heat it up faster. You do have paddles on your steering wheel, so if you really want to shift manually, you could. Or more importantly, if you're going down a hill, you can actually decrease your speed by downshifting. So if you're in Colorado or someplace and you're towing or not towing, you just don't want to work on the brakes, by all means use your paddles. You're not going to hurt anything. Notice how the shift is on the stock right here, and you're either tapping it up for reverse, tapping it down for drive, or pushing it in for park. And you do have a manual parking brake just for added security and safety. You have charging ports up here for your phone, USB connectors, and wireless charging. So again, lots of amenities that make driving this Mercedes Wayfarer a dream. As we go back, you got storage up here above both areas. You have storage underneath there where there's actually like a place to put some tools underneath the passenger's floor. But then as you come up here, you do have an overhead bunk, and the bunk is able to be pushed up on gas shocks too, so you don't bunk your head. But this is also a great way to have storage. So if you didn't have a little one that you were sleeping, or you weren't crating a dog or something like that up there, you could take these mattresses out, and there's a lip right here that's about that deep. So if you had totes, whatever size, you could put like your play toys or play clothes up there. If you're a cyclist, if you're fishing, whatever you want to do, if you have those kind of clothes that you don't want to take up your closet space, by all means put them up there and put them out of the way. Your touch system on your screen is such that it's very, very simple to operate on your home page. You've got your lights if you want to. You can see your power. You can see your tanks, fluids of tanks. You turn on your water pump. You can turn on your tank heater. Going into your lights, you can hit one button, hit all the lights on if you want. And a lot of these lights are dimmable. You can see your power and your AGS, which as you know is your automatic gen start. So again, if you're away and you've got your pooches in here and it's getting warm and you want that air conditioner to come on and turn on your AC, you can set that to where you want. Your slides, and on the slides I will do this to where you saw how it was locked because the ignition wasn't on. Once you had the ignition on and the parking brake on, we can move the slides. And then your mechanics of your fan and some of your settings, how you want to set this. And there's a mobile app you can use. Your awning controls are here. Your outside speaker controls are right here. And your interior controls for your generator, solar power, and aqua hot heating system is right up here. It's an all-electric coach with the propane for the generator. AGM batteries, lithium batteries are an option, but this has the AGM batteries. I wanted to show you this too with the slide in. Okay, so on the LW, there's one slide, and it's kind of midship. So if we're putting the slide out, you can see how much more room we're going to gain in this 25 XLW. Okay, so we've increased our living room to a nice size. It's very comfortable for two people to walk by and get, not in each other's way. You've got reclining seats here that are super comfortable and get very, very low. So if you're watching your TV and you're getting tired, you're able to relax quite easily and very, very comfortably. The windows do open across from each other. And with a fantastic fan, you're able to get a nice cross breeze in here if you wanted to. You do have day and night shades, and right now the shades are up. There's your night shade and then your day shade. As you can see, is a screen. So it's kind of neat the way they did that. You can pull them all the way down, up, split them, whatever you want to do. Your doors and your storage here, I wanted to show you something. Again, remember in the back we had those tables that were in there. And what those tables are for are these lanolin setups where if you look on the front, on the side, right here, and over here also, these will slide down, okay, and this will go on top, and then that table will go in this section. So you have this table that can be right here, like a TV table in front of you here, one in front of you here, or you can swing the table out to maybe help with your prep area. So there's two more tables that fit in to this really, really unique ratchet kind of lanolin table setup system. And you can leave those tables set up while you're traveling down the road. They don't take up any more space. They're not in the way when the slide is in, because if you think about it, when the slide was in, we had all this much space, and you could swing those tables right into the theater seat. So that's a kind of a neat option that they put on these coaches to give you more seating space if you want it, or you can remove it if you don't want it. Norco fridge runs off of gas and electric. You just put it on auto, let it go, and you've got a neat little ice maker up above. But very adequate for the size of the coach it is, and for the weekends or long weekends that you're going to be using this coach for. On the other side, we've got a TV up here with storage behind it. And below, and similarly next to it also with some touch-up paint, your manuals, but again, a nice deep cabinet up above for your storage needs. Nice deep sink with a snake faucet, induction cooktop, and you have more charging and 110 accessories there for your toaster, cooking, coffee maker, you name it. Microwave convection down below. Again, additional storage underneath the sink, and a nice big pull-out tray, a drawer for your pots and pans or other devices. Again, notice it's soft closed. As we move into the midship in the bathroom, it's a split bath, nice size shower. I'm pretty average size and build, about 6 feet, so you can see how much space I have. Plenty of room for my head, plenty of room to get in and out. And they had this squeegee type of shower curtain that when you put it back in there, it'll wipe off that water. Water miser system, so it'll let you know when the water gets warm. Come out of here, and then we'll come into our bathroom. And as we do the bathroom, the door kind of doubles as a block from the front part of the coach. So if you wanted to just go right from the shower into the bathroom, vice versa, two people get ready at the same time. However you guys roll on the road, that's up to you. Vessel sink, porcelain stool. You got storage down below, storage here, storage up above, a fantastic fan, and a nice vanity mirror, towel bar to help you get ready. All right. Now, coming into the bedroom area, this is where, again, the LW gets really interesting. It's a twin bed concept initially set up, and you can see that I've got two twins right here. But what you also have, you have options. You have options to make this thing one big playpen. And they give you 3 of these pieces of wood that can go right in here, okay, all the way up. And then here's that middle piece that'll come in and it'll go right in the middle of this. And now you've got a big playpen or a big king size bed if you want to. That being the case, with your LG flat screen TV back here and soundbar, you also have windows that open. You also still have your day shades and your night shades. Again, I split them just so you can see the difference. This one's all the way up. Notice on the back and on the other side, same way all the way around, including your emergency exit. But on this side, you've got a space for more storage. And then for the technical people, if you have to, they can get inside and work on part of the electrical, water, you name it, part of the coach. And so you have easy access to that through the passenger side twin bed. Okay? And so you can move these cushions around however you want to and make this an area that's usable. You've got your reading lights on both sides, and you've got cabinets, storage all the way around. Which again, just like the LW in the back underneath, you got plenty of storage up here. Really neat accent lighting. But lots of opportunities for your clothing needs, camping needs, cooking needs, you name it. So this is a 25 Wayfarer XLW. XLW, the LW should remind you that again we have the large storage area in the back, we have the twin beds, split bath, one slide up front, and again the LP generator that's running right now at this point. My name is Brian Schumann. Again, please give me a call if you have any other questions about this coach or other coaches, or if this one has most everything you need, maybe except something, we can always order you a new one and color it how you want it, do the interior the way you want it, whatever needs to be done. So we're here for your service. I appreciate your time. Tune in again when we show you another coach in the coming days. Again, Brian Schumann at Transwest Truck, Trailer, and RV, and as always, safe travels.